This morning we have with us Shanna Beaman, and she'll be telling us about her book about living your dream, The Busy Woman's Guide to Living Your Dream. I'm not sure that's the title, but that's what it's about. So go ahead, Shanna, tell us about your book.
Great, thank you. That's really funny that you said The Busy Woman's Guide, because that was an original title that I had thought about putting on here. So that's funny, but I did write it. It's called The Woman's Guide to Living Your Dreams, and it's a workbook guide, kind of a reference. And the reason I wrote it is because I know how busy women get. I've worked full-time my whole life, and I still do work full-time, but I wrote this book for women to follow their dreams. And I wrote it in a specific format that's a reference format so that you're not reading a novel. You're actually just going to be able to open it up. It's a very quick read. The chapters are very, very short, lots of bullet points and just referencing. Then it has the forms, but it walks you through all time management and setting your goals. So first it will help you clarify your goals. Then it walks you through how to set your goals and how to figure out what obstacles you're going to encounter and how to come up with solutions to those in case you do encounter those obstacles, so that you don't get stopped in your tracks as you are, going after your goals. And then I talk about about time management and planning and just a lot of really, really fun things.
All right. And what are some of the most challenging projects that you've helped people? Have you helped people through that with this book?
I actually have. Some of the things, I think the hardest thing for a lot of people is how to get started and really what they want to do, because so many women have dreams to maybe either be healthy, find time to get more sleep, or find time to follow some dreams of for themselves. Also, a lot of mothers want to save up for college for their kids, and so a lot of times it's financial too. And a lot of people just don't know where to begin. And so I usually try to help people clarify what it is that they really enjoy doing and what they're good at, because whatever you have a passion for is what you should do, because then it doesn't seem like work when you do it. And it's not something that you're planning and that you're dreading on doing the next day. It's something that you want to do. So the very first thing I do is try to help people determine what it is that they want to do, and then I help them figure out what they can do in their life to make money, or to be healthier, or to find the time to get more sleep, or to enjoy life, or take vacation, whatever it is. But I walk them through that process. That's the biggest thing, is just getting started.
Okay. So you are a coach also, or just you just
Yes.
do that in
I do. I am a coach, and I also speak and I do workshops. So that's my passion. That's what I love doing. I do bookkeeping on the side. I have my own little bookkeeping business that I do at home, and that's my financial, that sustains me right now at this time. But, I've written this book and I'm following my dreams. I've already been in the corporate world for a long time, and I worked my way up the ladder, and I was the COO of a company, a large franchised organization for 10 years, and I decided that wasn't my dream anymore. I had followed my dreams and reached that, and now I want to be at home. I have 2 teens, and I can spend more time with them, and so do bookkeeping now from home, and I'm writing my books and teaching other people how to get to where they want to be in life.
And so often we think that when children are young, we need to be home, but it's when they're teens that they really start getting into problems if you're not there.
Yes, and it's, and it's been I'm so blessed to be able to be at home. I absolutely love being at home, and I love having teens. It's a lot of fun. And I want other women to be able to experience that and to be able to do the things that they want to do. If they want to be home, or if they want to go into the work. Sometimes mothers who have spent their whole life being home with their kids, and now their kids are in school, they're ready to go out to the workforce. They want to do something else. And so that's sometimes we don't always, what's my dream is not someone else's.
Right. And so what would you say was the most challenging client situation you've faced?
The most challenging, what situation? I'm sorry.
A client situation, the most challenging client situation?
I'm still working with a client who still can't figure out what she wants to do. That's my most challenging, is just finding something. She knows what she loves to do, but getting her to take action steps, that's my most challenging, is actually getting people started. And that has been my biggest challenge, is just, giving ideas of what they can do with, well, I should just say what she can do. She loves gardening, and she loves, she loves the real spiritual things. And so she's actually going to another coach who is more spiritual and teaches those kinds of things, which I don't do that. I'm more action oriented, and, finding time and following your plan and making the plan and taking action steps every day. So we've actually been working with her to go to someone else who is more spiritual. Maybe that will help her. But I've been trying to talk to her about really doing something with gardening, because there's so much she can do. And you can write a book on gardening. You can go to your neighbors or your neighborhood, or just start a little gardening business. And it's just getting her to take that first step. That's my most challenging thing that I've had to deal with so far.
Okay. And so that first step is the hardest for most people, isn't it? Figuring out what it is you want to do. Yes, it is the hardest. And because, and a lot of people think, I'm not qualified to do that. Well, you're qualified to do anything that you love doing. And I believe that. And I believe that you can find a way to do it. It's just, and another thing that I think is really important too is when you find out what you love, that when you find out what you love to do, is that you actually share that with your family. And I think that's one of the biggest things is sharing it with your family and getting them to realize your dream and sharing with them what the reward is going to be in the end when you reach your dream or when you start going after your dreams, because they're going to benefit. You're going to be happier, which is going to make them happier. Plus, in the long run, if it's financial, maybe they can go to college, or maybe you can go on a date with your husband, or whatever it is. So you have to have rewards along the way and a reward at the end, and get your family to buy in and share your rewards with them, because they're going to be your biggest motivators. And they can maybe help you with your dream in some way. Yes, and actually I have something to share with that. I am writing a second book. It's called Onramp to Your Future, and it is for teens, specifically for teens, and it's going to be the same type of thing where I'm going to help them find what their passions are and help them plan their future, and then help them figure out what steps they need to take to get there. Do they need to go to college, or do they need to just, start in a line of work and learn from a mentor? So just depending on where they want to go. But my teens are actually, they just love the idea, and they are going to help proof the book and help me put great stories in there that teens enjoy, because they're there and they know exactly what they like and what they don't like, and they think it's really funny. My son said, "Mom, you need to put fun stuff in there, and stories that they can relate to." And so they're actually a part of my next book. That is so cool. I bet they're enjoying that. Yes, they are. So that will be out early summer, and they're going to help proof it and do the final touches up on it. All right. And who are you publishing? You're self-publishing, or do you have a publisher? I am. Yes, I'm self-publishing. I self-published my first one, and it's so simple for anyone. If your goal is to write a book, whether it's children's books, self-help books, a novel, you can do it now with all of the electronic opportunities. Amazon, you can put it through. I did mine through CreateSpace,
And so you just download your information. They actually have templates and everything that you can use of theirs for your cover and for your back. So it's really, really simple, and it's practically free. They even, if you don't want to buy your own ISBN numbers, they will allow you to use one of theirs. Now, it's not coded to you as the author, so if someone looked up the ISBN number to buy the book, they're not going to call Shanna Beaman if I used theirs. I used my own. But, you can practically do it for free, and so anyone who has really wants to write a book, you can do it. You can do it in anything with the electronics now. And so my book is on Barnes & Noble online and Amazon, and it's available in the Nook and the Kindle and the paperback. So it's available a lot of places. I've got it in a couple of local bookstores, which is really fun. I did some book signings there, and that was a great experience to be able to go out and do that and talk to people about my book. So,
great. Okay, well, I'm looking forward to reading it. Have you thought about making it audio? I love listening to books in my car.
Mm-hmm. I actually have thought about doing the audio, and I went out and bought the recording piece that you put on your head and record it. I bought a high quality one. I just haven't sat down and done it yet, but I do have that in the works, and that is definitely a plan. One of the things about my book is there's so many forms.
Oh, right.
That sometimes you'll do the workbook, but same thing as for like the Kindle and for the Nook, they're available on my website. All the forms are available on my website. So I've decided that yes, in fact, they can just listen to the book and then come home and, if they're doing it in their car, that's where I listen to all my books on tape. But, they can come home and print out the forms and then follow the plan.
I'm getting one of those stereos where you can just push a flash drive into it and play it.
Yes.
So I'm excited about audiobooks now.
I love audiobooks. They are where I get most of my education and most of my information, because when I'm at home, I don't really have time to sit down and read a book. And so all of mine is driving. So it's all on tape. It's all on audio. And so, the library is my favorite place, and I do buy some, but I am at the library a lot, just getting new books on tape. I just love that stuff.
Yeah, me too. That is the wave of the future, I think. Audio.
It is.
I do. Okay, well, that is wonderful. And tell us where people can get your book.
Well, my book is available on Amazon.com and Barnes & Noble online. It's the online. So, and then it's also available on my website. If anyone wants to go to my website, it's www.shannabeaman.com. And my name is spelled SHANNABEAMAN. So it's just ShannaBeaman.com, and I can send out a paperback and sign it. And if you put your name who you want it written out to, then I'll go ahead and customize it specifically to someone.
Okay. And what about if someone wanted to hire you as a coach? Do you just do that in person, or do you coach online, or what?
I do coach online, yes. I usually use Skype. Now that I've been exposed to this Ubu, this looks great too. So I'm always looking for new tools. But I also do it by telephone. And so everything is not local. So yes, I can. Great.
Oh, and with the Ubu, you could record it so they could watch their session later. That'd be nice.
Yes, that is. Oh, what a great idea. And we can record the phone calls as well, same thing. And then they can go back and listen to their information. And one of the things that I do too is I always make sure that via email that I'm in touch with the people that I coach, because I want them to every day know they have a reminder and that they're being held accountable for what we discussed. Because a lot of times we just say, I'll just forget about that and I'll do it tomorrow. And so one of the big things is really holding people accountable to make sure that they are going after their dreams and creating a good habit for.
So they'll say, Shanna's going to be calling me. I better get that done.
Yes. I'll be in trouble.
I'll be in trouble with my coach. No, but I think you're right. I won't exercise unless I have an appointment to go exercise with somebody.
That is the biggest thing is making appointments with yourself, and that's what I teach. You absolutely have to have some sort of calendar and schedule and plan, and you have to have a time for it, because if you just say, I'm going to exercise tomorrow, well, when?
Tomorrow
pretty
never
soon
comes.
It's 10 o'clock at night and you're saying, I didn't get my exercising in.
Again.
But yes, appointments with yourself or wherever, if you have a personal coach that that makes you exercise,
Yeah.
A lot of people have those. They go in and make them lift weights or whatever, and they're their exercise coach.
Yeah, I guess they do. I need one. Okay, well, I've really enjoyed having you with us, and I hope as soon as we get our technical problems solved and I'm ready to air this, I'll let you know, and hopefully you'll be in the chat room so people can ask questions.
Yes, I would love to be in the chat room, absolutely.
Okay, until then, viewers who see this on YouTube or on my website, you can go and ask Shanna questions at her website, ShannaBeaman.com. Thanks, Shannon.
Great. Thank you, Julia.